Nah. I mean, if that's what you want, sure. No. He kidnapped you, he extorted money multiple times from your wife, refused to release you after she paid the ransom. When he was about to lose you, he sicked a massive fucking frog monster to kill all of us. There ain't no fucking forgive, forget sort of shit going on here, Hammett. Sorry, but no. Knock him out and lock him up. I mean, if only to be on the safe side. You? Yes. Him? No. So, we are actively going to not go on to the topic of proper parenting techniques. Just, no, don't fucking do it. I don't want to read that shit, and I bet many of you don't either. Just like politics and religion, we avoid that shit on this channel. And for those trying to call me out on the mini rant I went on in the last project going into universal healthcare and income stuff, that's not a politics topic. That's a basic human necessity topic. Because when I have to sit here and look at my mother's feet be purple from like the arch down to her toes, and there's nothing I can do about it because her insurance just so happens to not cover podiatrists, I think I'm entitled to be a little angry about not having universal health care. Or because of how she cannot get out of bed unassisted and it's getting more difficult each day, and we can't get a Hoyer lift to help her get up and out of bed. Again, kinda would be fucking nice to have universal health care so we can actually get her needs met. Because, don't get me wrong, I'm doing the best I fucking can on my own, but the best I can is not good enough. And it can't be good enough because I'm not a medical professional. I'm just the one that's unlucky enough to be the one stuck in having to do it. We could put her into a hospice or nursing home, but she vehemently doesn't want to go there, understandably so, because each and every one of them in my area is so poorly rated. She's better taken care of under my supervision than there. There's one that my sister works at a dialysis clinic. A good few of her patients there come directly from a nursing home. That specific nursing home lets them just sit in their filth for months on end. She's had to help clean up people's, for lack of a better term, shit rashes. You know, when you don't wipe yourself properly and it rashes up, yeah, she's had to help clean those up because the nursing home doesn't do it. And the nursing home doesn't get shut down for whatever fucking reason. But anyways, yeah, universal healthcare should be fucking granted. With the way automation's going, so should universal income, so more people can start paying taxes. Not paying taxes, well, yes, paying taxes, but more importantly, get the economy actually rolling. Well, before we leave, let's head back in. Just kidding. Hi! Yep. Okay, let's get Hammett out of here and back home. But yeah, I do not consider it to be a political issue. I consider it to be a basic human rights issue, because even the UN has full-on stated that universal healthcare is a basic human right, not a privilege. And for, like I did make mention earlier, for the detractor saying, how are we going to pay for it? If we slash the military budget by even a fourth of what it currently is, we would have more than enough money to pay for all these social services and then some. Another potential suggestion: legalize and regulate at least weed. You know, pot, the cannabis, whatever you want to call it. Legalize and regulate it across the entire U.S. That's a ton of extra tax revenue just flowing in. Don't get me wrong, I'm never going to use it again. And I did do edibles, weed, and whatnot way back when, but unfortunately it just did nothing for me. Doesn't mean it won't do anything for you, and certainly doesn't mean that the people buying it can't pay taxes on it, and then that tax stimulates the economy. And yeah, it's easy for me to talk all this big shit as an outsider looking in. I'm not the lawmakers that are the ones that can actually have the power to implement such things. So therefore, I don't know, what actually goes into it. But on the flip side, just taking a look at those lawmakers, both the Republicans and Democrats, seemingly just sit on their asses 24/7, 365 days out of the year, twiddling their thumbs in a never-ending deadlock because they can't agree on the simplest of things. And I remember not that long ago, I think it was during the... I can't remember when, but there was one bill that was proposed by the Republicans. The Democrats didn't agree with it, so deadlocked. The Democrats eventually modified the bill just slightly to make it less of a human rights violation because it had something to do with protesters or something like that. And then the Republicans refused to agree because the Democrats were the ones suggesting it. My views on politics, and this is just what I'm going to leave it as, is both sides are wrong. This system we have is flawed from the ground up and needs to be reworked. I don't know how to rework it, that way everybody could agree it would actually work. But one thing would be a major step in the right direction. Stop having it be just a two-party system, or stop allowing campaign candidates to pull these massive ad smear campaigns. Oh, this person wants to vote yes on Proposition 3, which will give legal right to abort babies up to the final trimester, while this person, well, it's an individual's right, not a state's right to take it away. Yeah, we'll go see Hammett in a little while. Yes. We gotta go that way eventually. Stop questioning me. Yeah, they really want you to... We'll go that way to Hammett eventually. Because we gotta go that way in order to get back to Tolby. But I don't want to leave yet. Purely because if I do, I'll have to run all the way back here, and then run all the way back to Hammett, to do shit. Whereas I could just choose to stay here and head right back to the damn castle. And then heading back to the castle, we can make our way down to... it's this way, I believe. Yeah, we will have to refight them. But that's not an issue. But anyways, yeah, changing it from a two-party system to, you know, being able to vote for the actually good person for the job instead of the lesser of two evils, and changing it so we don't have to sit here and listen to all of this he said, she said bullshit, and just have them actually touch on what their policies are instead of playing the constant blame game, would be some pretty massive steps in the correct direction. Just saying. Forgot about that guy. Yeah, I want to get to this room, I do believe is the one I'm looking for. But that's my views on, you know, politics here in the U.S. It's an establishment that has been failing since at least the Reagan era, if not slightly before then, and at this point is in a pretty major need to, be reworked into something that actually works. So by refusing to go with Hammett and coming back in here, we would have otherwise had to run all the way back here, but we get this Mercury Gen. Tonic. Gets us our 6th Mercury Gen. Heals the entire party of ailments. Alright, and we will go ahead and end this episode by finally actually taking a look at the shops. And then we'll see y'all down over at Hammett to do shit. Alright, so we've got plate mail, almost a 20-point buff. We do also have some armor, but the only armor that's really important would be this, the War Gloves, which I would give to Isaac. It's just an outright better version of the Van Brace. When I do come back, dear viewers, I will have traveled briefly up to the Mercury Lighthouse to fill up this bottle. Specifically to fill up that bottle. Let's rearrange inventory a little bit. And we'll give that to you. Let's go on and give the game tickets to Garrett. Along with the lucky medals. He's got plenty of inventory space. There we go. Alright, so yeah, let's upgrade some armor. This is essentially the best armor in the game in terms of defense. Keyword essentially. It's not guaranteed the best, but it's not bad. Expensive, but not bad. Definitely worth taking the trip over here to buy up this stuff. Do want the war gloves, of which I'll give to Isaac. I don't, however, want to sell the Van Brace. Because the Van Brace, I can pass over to Garrett and equip it, giving him better defense and strength as well. Let's check out your weapons. Okay, so we've got Ninja Blade, the Shamshir. It is pretty strong. Ninja Blade is essentially the best in slot for Isaac. The axe is also really good, but I like to give that to Garrett. And we do have the Demonic Staff, which is the best in slot that I like having for Mia. The Demonic Staff is also a cursed item. Forgot to check out your regular stock. So regular stock, great sword, the great axe, war mace, nothing of great use. But with that, we will go ahead and see y'all once I'm done with my truck about.